Ryan Gosling set to be the lead for the next Blade Runner movie. There are more Transformers movies on the way, and The Martian's very close to defying gravity's box office records. I'm Andrew Dornan, and this is my show, What's New?
And I'm Max from The Max. If you want to see my show, well, you can't because it doesn't exist anymore because we got canceled.
You also never uploaded it to YouTube, so never technically existed to begin with.
Just sit in our hearts.
Well, in your hearts. Ryan Gosling is set to be the lead for the next Blade Runner movie, and he's working alongside Harrison Ford. What do you think of that?
What's Blade Runner?
Have you not seen the Blade Runner movies?
I've never seen them. I've heard of them. I know they're really good.
Okay, so
I get the general story.
The first Blade Runner was based off of the novel "Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep," and it's actually both the book and the movie are very good. I've only saw a majority of Blade Runner, but from what I did see, it's pretty good. And my memory is failing. I believe Harrison Ford was in the original Blade Runner, and he's gonna be in the next Blade Runner, but Ryan Gosling is supposedly being the lead of the next one, but he's also working with Harrison Ford.
Oh, so it's basically like a cop duo passing off the torch kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so, honestly, I'm kind of excited for a Blade Runner sequel to come out, because the first one came out, it was released in theaters in 1987, and a lot of people didn't like it, but then a 1992 version came out that was the director's cut, and it was much better. So they're thinking that this sequel is going to go way past those expectations of the 92 release.
Okay. Well, that'll be a cool movie to see when it comes out.
Alright. Next up, Hasbro has revealed that they're releasing not one, not two, not three, but four more Transformers movies.
Yeah!
And spin-off movies, and a potential TV series.
Yes, we are truly living in the modern age, the golden age of television, when we can have 27 Transformer movies directed by the thank him heavenly Michael Bay. But
you gotta think about it. How many Transformer movies have been released? I lost count. There's plenty. There's already 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
I don't know either.
4 more plus an X amount of spin-offs plus a TV series. So that's already 8 plus X plus the television shows. And I feel like there's already plenty of TV shows for Transformers, and it might get to the point where we just oversaturate the Transformers brand.
This is Michael Bay's mindset, basically. You have X, which is movies, which is probably going to be between 4 and 5.
But the thing is that Transformers is owned by Hasbro. Hasbro makes the call to make these movies.
Yes, okay.
It's just Michael Bay who does the directing.
Yes, okay, so Hasbro's mindset. Basically, you have movie X, which is probably going to be 4, times TV show, probably around 3 seasons, plus spin-off series, maybe 2, equals profit on marketing. So many Transformers toys.
I could just see the equation popping up on screen right now. Wonder how many dollar signs is profit for Hasbro. 4, because each dollar sign represents $1,000, so 4, 5, 6, 20, 27, 100, 100,000. When does it end? When does Hasbro stop making profit?
When they're as big as Disney, and then they will have the greatest war of them all, the Disney-Hasbro war, and the winner will be left with a destroyed Earth.
I'm just waiting for the day somebody royally pisses off Disney and it's a big legal war.
Oh my god.
That'd be so fun to watch on CNN.
Okay, so what else?
Let's see. What else? Oh yes! The Martian is, when it opened Friday night, came very close to breaking Gravity's record-breaking $55.7 million in one night.
I'm not surprised.
It sold it sold $55 million worth of tickets. The Martian did. It's so close. That is 700,000 away from making that record-breaking moment.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
That's like, it's so close. It's like in RPGs when you have like 99% experience. It's just so close, and yet so far.
Have you seen the movie?
I have seen the movie, and it's really good.
Yeah, and most people, like some of the people have read the book, and that's a minority of the audience, I suppose. But
the book actually started out as a blog.
Oh.
And people in the comment sections actually helped him to make it more accurate in the terms of science.
Well, basically, this is basically hitchhiking off the success of Interstellar and Gravity. People are starting to want more, not science fiction, more like science fact, but
is Interstellar really, did Interstellar really have that much science fact?
Exactly.
To it?
This one is like Interstellar, except more science fact.
You mean like,
not following love through a black hole.
I don't think it's like Interstellar. I think it's more on the terms of Gravity, but on Mars and better.
But people want more intellectual movies where it's like, if you think about it, it makes sense. It's like in the movie, he explains a lot of stuff and why he was doing it. It explains the science of it, and it makes sense. Like in Gravity, they kind of had science, I guess.
They actually worked really hard to get the science. Oh, fuck. Alright, so when did you raise your hands?
What were we saying?
Like a second ago.
A second ago? Okay. What were you saying?
They explained the science of it, and
yeah, I think while Gravity tried to be really close to as scientifically accurate as possible, they did get some things wrong, and the same thing goes for The Martian, where they just got some things wrong, like tiny things. And actually, there was an interview done with several different astronauts on why astronauts hate space movies like Gravity and The Martian and stuff along those lines. Mm-hmm. Is that they aren't exactly right when it comes to what they have to wear in the ships and on the stations. Because in all actuality, like putting on a spacesuit's very difficult. And another thing is that they have to wear like this. It's almost kind of like a diaper that they have to wear.
Understandable.
Yeah, because low G or no G, and does some crazy stuff to your body. And so, anyways, like it's just the really small stuff that the astronauts are like, But other than that, they're like, yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I really recommend the movie for you. If you're gonna go into it thinking it's gonna be like Interstellar, where it's just mass amounts of information dumped on you, no, it's more of a scientific comedy, really.
Yeah, it's like, I honestly was expecting it to be very dark, very grim, very serious, in your face, like this is what it's like to be left alone on Mars. And there was actually a lot more humor than I was expecting. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to say this or not. It might be spoilers.
Is it the thing where
he blows up the hat not once but twice?
Oh yeah.
The first time was just a small like hydrogen explosion, and then the other time was he was in the airlock and it just malfunctioned and it blew up and threw him like 100 feet away from the hab, and it's like he had to like put a giant some sort of wrapping over the hole and duct tape it, and then he had to get inside and repressurize the entire base. And it's just like that moment when you saw the first puncture hole when the thing read malfunction on the airlock, you just knew something horrendous was going on. And then when it just shot the airlock out, you're like, oh shit, and you see a bunch of other crap flying out of the hab and you're like, what? And then he walks, like after fixing up his space helmet using duct tape, what else? He goes up to the hab and all of his potatoes are dead, and he's like, F you, Mars, you suck.
Yeah. It takes high thriller stress situations and like high
Like it's got
Like-
this nice curve to it.
Yeah, basically-
And then it's like when he patched up the hole and another dust storm came in, it like was like moving the cover like in and out.
Yeah.
And you were just like, oh no, it's gonna burst, and he's in there without a suit. He's gonna die.
Yeah. Basically, it goes to like high stressful moments of action, and then to a comedy level. Like there's this one part in the movie where he
Captain Blondebeard.
Yes, where he explains how legally he is a space pirate.
Oh yeah, because of the whole you don't really own
Basically,
anything.
because no country can legally own anything except on Earth. Any other planet is considered
international waters.
international water, and so maritime laws apply.
So only structures like his hab, that's owned by NASA, which is owned by the United States of America. But the second he leaves and goes into his rover, the rover is essentially the ship
And basically,
in
he's
international waters.
And
Yeah.
he doesn't explicitly get allowed to go onto the spaceship that he escapes on. So basically, he is in fact boarding a ship illegally and becoming a space pirate.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
It was so funny. Like, they're like, so what is he doing? And it's like, I don't know, sir, but he asked us to call him Captain Blondebeard.
And yeah. It's a great movie. It's like, and it's not just focused where he's alone on Mars with him.
It actually
goes. It
goes.
flips between.
Yeah, it goes between.
It's you think it's just all
Earth.
stress on Mars, but it's all stress on Earth too, with like
Yeah.
the whole world working together just to bring him back home. It's basically a story where the main theme is basically the human will to survive and coming together.
There's a lot of moral dilemmas, like the conflicts go with the seriousness, and then there's also like another set of conflicts that go on. So there's all these different conflicts and sub-conflicts that all tie in with each other and into the plot. And the biggest thing is when he first, like after he rearranges the hab and they get these satellite photos of him messing with the hab from like on the outside, and it's like they find out that he's alive, and so NASA's like, so what do we do? Like we have like all the stuff that's going on, we have to disclose this by law. And so it's like, what do we do? Because we just told, his entire family, sorry, he's dead, left on Mars.
Like, it was literally the day after his funeral.
Yeah.
They found out he's still alive.
Yeah, and so they're like, well, what do we do? We can't just be like, surprise, he's alive!
Yeah. So it's a really good movie.
But they basically did that with his crew that were on the, what was it, the Hermes? Hermes.
Basically, the whole project is named after Roman, Greek.
I combined
Roman.
Hermes with Hercules. Did you catch that?
Yes.
Hermes.
Hermes.
That's great.
Hermes is Hermione's boyfriend.
I noticed something. We talked a lot more about the Martians than we did about the Transformers and the Blade Runner movie.
Mm-hmm.
But they're honestly, when it comes to the new Blade Runner movie, both you and I, we, like, combined, we know the movie and we know the plot. It's just, I think it's a good point to bring up. Like, hey, here's a thing of news. But I don't want to say we don't really care about those two topics, but honestly, it's like one's about a sequel, which is great. Movies getting sequels are usually a good thing. We're talking about movies getting more sequels, which sometimes isn't always a good thing, unless you're Star Wars, or Star Trek, or any other. Well, basically, like anything that has like a sequence. Hunger Games. Well, books came out. That doesn't count. Basically, when I saw, Hasbro was releasing more Transformers, that's what I read at first, and then I took a closer look, and it's 4 more movies and a few spin-offs and a television show, and I read through it, and it screamed oversaturation. And so we kind of glossed off the first 2 points just to get to the Martian, and that's a very bad thing to do, but we did it anyways because honestly we've got 3 good points to talk about, but one of them is about oversaturation, which we have with Hasbro making more films than we could ever imagine. That being said, we are getting a bunch of Disney movies in the next few years, but you know, those are all like either one sequel or original IP that they're doing. And so while they have like, what was it, 9, 10? It was somewhere between 9 and 12 movies that they are planning to release over the course of the next few years, which each one coming out like a different year or something. And since Disney's so huge with so many different development houses, they can do that. But I feel, because I don't know the size of Hasbro's developing center, so I don't know how many Transformers films can they be like, hey, here's some more.
Well, I think the reason we did this was because, well, the new Blade Runner movie, what do we know about it? Not much, and it's far away. We don't even have a date for it to come out. We just know who's going to be probably in it. That's not a lot of information to go off. We can't talk about hours. Like, it's in the future. We can't predict it that well.
Like a couple of years ago when we talked about the Prometheus sequel. So it's kind of like the Prometheus sequel a couple of weeks back. We did talk a lot about it, but that's because we had one person that really knew Prometheus. But...
And Martian is here now. We know the facts. We know how good it is. We know everything about it, really.
Yeah.
That's why we like it.
Alright, so let's wrap it up.
Okay. I'm Max.
And I'm Andrew. And this has been... Oh, wait, hold on. No. Wrong intro. My intro. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, favorite, and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already subscribed and you did like the video, hit that dislike button and tell us why you didn't like it in the comment section below. My name's Andrew Dornan, and this is my show, What's New?
With Andrew.
Ryan Gosling set to film the new lead for the next Blade Runner movie.
Is that in the script, or are you just like screwing up each time?
I'm screwing up each time.
I like how he says
it just sounds like you're trying to do that on purpose, like repeatedly, trying to get this right.
Okay. I am trying to get this right.
But I mean, like it's like you're in, like, it's like the fuck.
It's written in the script.